Girl Who Got Out of Bed the Wrong Side by Ruth Ainsworth. There once there was once a little girl who got out of bed on the wrong side. Oh, how cross she was! Cross as two sticks. She made a terrible fuss getting dressed. She put her tights on back to front, and she complained that her jersey was tickly. She put her feet into the wrong shoes. When she came down to breakfast, things were even worse. Her porridge was too hot, the milk was too cold, and her banana had black specks in it. "I shan't eat my horrid breakfast," said the little girl. The kitten hid under the sofa, and the puppy went into the brush cupboard and closed his eyes and pretended he wasn't there. The little girl was rather sorry because she liked playing with the kitten and the puppy. Everyone in the house left her alone and hoped she would soon feel better. During the morning, her mother was busy making the Christmas puddings. When she had the mixture ready in her big mixing bowl, it looked delicious and smelt even more delicious. She asked the little girl if she would like to give the puddings a stir and have a wish. "You'd better wish to be a happy girl," said her mother. The little girl took the tall wooden spoon and stirred round and round, and as she stirred, she did wish to be a happy girl. The wish came true even before she had licked the spoon. The kitten came out from under the sofa, and the puppy came out of the brush cupboard, and they had a lovely game all over the house. When lunchtime came, the little girl ate all her first course, which was fish fingers, and all her pudding, which was apple crumble. Afterwards, she went upstairs for her nap, and the kitten and the puppy had their naps too. When she woke up, she was very careful to get out of her bed on the right side. My Puppy by Aileen Fisher. It's funny, my puppy knows just how I feel. When I'm happy, he's yappy and squirms like an eel. When I'm grumpy, he's slumpy and stays at my heel. It's funny, my puppy knows such a great deal. Brown Bear in a Brown Chair by Irina, Hale. There once was a brown bear who lived in a brown chair. He was sat upon very often because you couldn't see he was there. "I'm feeling so flat," he said, when really a bear should feel happy and fat. One day he had a good idea, so he called Maggie, the little girl whose bear he was. "I must have a ribbon round my neck," he said, "so that people can see I'm here." Maggie got him a yellow ribbon off a chocolate box. Bear sat happily on his chair. A mother bird on the windowsill saw him. She cheeped to her children. "Look, there's a bear in that room with no clothes on, only a yellow ribbon round his neck and nothing else." Bear began to feel he was wearing too little. "I hope those nasty birds don't find any worms for their breakfast today," he said. "I have to have some trousers now," Bear told Maggie. So she cut the legs off an old pair of stripy pants to Bear's size and hemmed them. But they were too tight and made his tummy stick out. "Aren't I well dressed?" Bear said. Just then the cat went by and said, "How can you be well dressed if you don't have shoes on? Bears like you don't deserve to sit on comfy armchairs." The cat really wanted the chair all to himself. Bear stamped his feet till Maggie came. "I've got to have a pair of shoes now, or I'll never be really well dressed." So Maggie had to take the shoes off her doll for Bear. The doll was very cross and gave a big sneeze. "I shall get a bad cold now, all because of you," she said to Bear, but he pretended not to hear. Suddenly Bear saw a little mouse peeping at him over the chair. It squeaked, "Oh, what a fat, lazy bear, just lying around on a chair all day. Not like us poor mice. We have to work hard just to find one tiny crumb." So Bear said to Maggie, Now I must have a shirt to cover my tummy that's sticking out." Maggie sat down and made him a shirt, sewing with large stitches. It took a bit of time, but at last there it was, finished. Bear felt very proud. "Am I dressed right now?" Bear said to the poodle, who was watching him. He stood on his head, feet up, to show off his new shoes. The poodle sniffed. "You can't be in fashion without a hat. Didn't you know? All smart people have hats." So Bear wanted a hat next. But what excuse could he find this time? "Maggie," he said, "I feel cold on my head." Maggie looked at him and went off to find a little sun hat in the bottom of a drawer. She had worn it when she was a baby. It was just Bear's size. "There, is that all now?" she asked, putting his hat on. "You are really becoming quite a bothersome bear." Bear sat with his hat on, thinking hard. What else was there that he must have and didn't have? Just then the parrot woke up on his perch. He fixed a wicked eye on Bear. Suddenly he screeched, "You do look silly, just like a clown dressed up for the circus." Bear was very upset. Though he was all dressed up, he only made people laugh. Then he had his second good idea, to throw off all these horrid clothes quickly. They were making him feel very uncomfortable and not at all like himself. Up went his hat into the air. Off with those tight trousers. Shoes, away with them. 1, 2. He felt better and better every minute. The shirt and the ribbon went last. All the animals cheered. Maggie's mother made a new cover for the old brown chair. Bear said, "A brown bear shows up well on a flowery chair. I won't be sat on by mistake any more." But there was a bit of leftover flowery material. Maggie's mother made Bear a little dress out of it. So there he was again, a bear wearing the same pattern as the chair, and everyone was sure to sit on him as before. Bear didn't have time to be worried for long. At bedtime Maggie told him, "Don't be sad, Bear. I promise you won't get sat on any more. I'll always remember you are there."